perhaps a little bit of a cushion for Morales as we go to round 11. Still the possibility of a major upset, as Goody Espadas, at the very worst, is in the fight with Erik Morales going to the last 2 rounds. Morales trying to set up a chance to fight the winner of the fight on April 7th between Marco Antonio Barrera and Prince Naseem Hamed. But while Barrera looked sensational in his last fight, as he prepared for the fight against the Prince, Morales has looked anything but sensational here.
Well, that may be a matter of styles of opponents, but nevertheless, you're right, Jim. And the impressions matter.
Naz may be sitting at home wondering, why did I choose to fight Barrera?
Well, I think Barrera was the one that really had the choice, because I understand that the top-ranked people was offering him the fight with Morales at equal money that he was getting to fight Naz. But he actually believes in his heart that he can beat Naseem easier than he can in a rematch with Morales, and that's why he wanted to go after Naz, I understand.
Yeah, but also if he loses to Naz, he can always have that rematch with Morales. It was a smart move in every way.
Well, only if Naz beats him and then knocks out Morales, they could still fight, but it would not be as much money, but it would still be a great fight, particularly for the Mexican camp.
Manny, everybody wants the chance to clip Naz on his overhanging, too often exposed chin. What they don't think about is the price you pay for getting that close.
And you know, the thing is, he's been doing that since he was 9 years old.
He's been leaving his chin out there and saying, come and get me, right?
He's very effective at it, and in some fights, that's the strategy. Just quit boxing and just go back to your street fighting ways. But he's very special, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
Ability to
The
punch.
only featherweight in the history of the sport who can hit you with either hand and stand aside to let you fall.
Yes. He can do it in the first round or the last round.
That's right. With the right hand up the pipe. One punch at a time for both fighters through much of this round. Now they trade shots. 40 seconds to go in the round. Espadas trying to respond to his corner's instruction to bring more activity. Morales trying to find an opening to counter. The Mexico City crowd on its feet as Goody comes alive. The Tijuanans want to stand up too.
But consistent.
Yep.
And confusing.
Kind of a tortoise and hare thing, but don't rule the tortoise out yet.
He's winning this round on the last scorecard.
One round to go.
Ellos que no lo van a mandar a tirar, pues va a perder la pelea. No pelees con él, Eric. Son tan solo 2 rounds.
Only 2 rounds to go.
No te paras a cambiar golpes con él, si lo estabas haciendo en la presión.
Okay, it's the last round coming up. You need to knock him out. This is it.
Por favor, perfílate bien.
Come on, please. You need to do something. Let's go with the right hand. Take a deep breath because you need it. You can do it. Go down and then come up on it. Surprise him on the top. You can do it.
I have this fight dead even 5-5-1.
And Harold Lederman, I would think, probably has Morales ahead by a point. Show us, Harold, what you got.
Okay, Jim, you're absolutely right. 105, 104, 6 rounds to 5, Erik Morales. Jim, I'll tell you, I'll never know why in round 11, Erik Morales laid on the ropes and let Goody Espadas pound him to death in the body. I mean, he's the challenger. If he gets a draw, it's as good as a win for Goody Espadas. He's the champion. He would retain the title. I tell you, Jim, this fight is very, very close. Erik Morales must win this round without doubt. He's got to move his hands. Goody, the reason he's behind is he was just too lackadaisical throughout the fight, didn't throw enough.
And you heard Goody Espadas' corner telling him he needs a knockout in the fight. I'm surprised by that, Manny. I think I'd have told Goody, go win the round.
That's correct. You know, and still, it's amazing. He's still too lackadaisical and relaxed. He's been able to make Morales missed, but nevertheless, he's never picked up the pace. And for the most part, the fight has really been determined by the fact that he's actually just too lackadaisical. Not so much that Morales has been that effective, but he's been busier. And normally, closing the show, the guy with the faster hands normally can pull the fight out. But for whatever reason, Morales has been unable to hit him this round.
Maybe Espadas is thinking that
that's the first solid blow that was landed by Espadas.
That's right. 25 into the round. Maybe Espadas is thinking the old theory that I'm the champion, he's going to have to come and get me.
I don't think so.
But in commercial and marketing terms, it's Morales is the champion here.
Definitely.
Regardless of who has the belt.
Well, he knows the situation. He's getting half as much money as Morales. Morales has fought here many times. He's the favorite. Espadas knows that he's not in a normal championship situation.
Yes, but nevertheless, he should still pick up his pace.
Big right hand by Espadas. Morales drops his hand. Espadas steps in and cracks him again.
Seemingly, he hurt Morales.
Yep.
It is Espadas who's making the action in the 12th round as Morales walks around backward and looks at it.
Landed a very good left hand in close quarters.
And Espadas races across the ring to scrape Morales again as Eric walks around with his hands at his waist. I think Morales is exhausted. A seemingly undertrained Eric Morales in severe danger of losing his foothold in the featherweight division right off the bat before he ever gets a shot at the Prince. What a letdown that would be for him.
Well, he definitely has lost his fight. Vince is virtually on the verge of being 8.5 to 10 rounds.
Well, let's remember, he did get the verdict over Barrera.
In the 12th round, Espadas dominated what action there was.
I gave the fight to Espadas.
On Larry Merchant's scorecard, Espadas is a winner. On Harold Letterman's scorecard, I think it's probably a draw. 6 rounds apiece.
Which makes Espadas a winner as the champion.
And how do the 3 official judges have it? This is nervous time for all the people in the house who bet Eric Morales into a 7-1 favorites role.
And but let's remember, Morales is the house fighter.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Most ringside observers thought that he had lost the Barrera fight, but he wound up getting the split decision there. Let's see what happens this time. Harold Letterman, your final card.
Okay, Chip. As you said, 114, 6 rounds apiece without question, a draw. The last round, Goody Espadas rattled Eric Morales early on with a solid right hand. And you have to tell you the truth, from there on in, Espadas won the round easily. If you look at my scorecard, from rounds 8 to 12, Goody Espadas wins 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 rounds.
This is what happened. We put him.
A certain nearby observer has the draw ballot in the office pool, which of course provides no reward, for fun only. But you know, I know you'd get a huge kick out of that, Manny, if your little draw ballot was the right one, huh? We'd all pat you on the back and wait to see who draws the right number next week.
I would be very surprised.
Well, I don't think this will be a draw, but it certainly could easily be. I mean, it was a fight in which I don't think either fighter is going to put this in a time capsule and say, that's one of my great performances. I want you to see what I did in this fight. Because it was a questionable output on both sides. But Espadas winning 4 of the last 5 rounds on Letterman's card, and what a damaging black mark that is against Morales' career at this moment, even if he pulls out a win.
Even if he pulls out a win, particularly having the controversial win over Barrera, and then this year fight right when he's right here close to winning a big mega $1 million fight with the winner of the Barrera-Hamed fight, it does not do him any good in terms of his market value.
The CompuBox numbers at the end of the fight are going to favor Espadas, and by fairly solid margins as the result of Morales' inactivity down the stretch. And now Michael Buffer has the story to tell. So let's go see Michael Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth scores the bout. 116 to 112. Dick Flaherty has it 115 to 113. And Dave Harris scores at 116 to 112. All for the winner by unanimous decision and new undefeated WBC featherweight champion of the world, de Tijuana, Mexico, Eric El Terrible Morales.
Well, you hear the boos, and you heard the scoring margins, and now here is the opposite side of that story. In a fight in which Morales gets a unanimous decision by a fairly substantial margin, Espadas, by CompuBox numbers, landed 62 more punches, threw 39 more punches, and landed at a higher connect percentage. This is when the cynical viewer says, what fight were the announcers watching? I would say, what fight were the judges watching?
Well, I definitely felt that the decision was not a fair decision. I thought the last round was virtually almost a knockdown, and I thought that Espada pressed the fight all the way. It should have been definitely a much better decision.
How could it have been a unanimous decision by a margin like that? Hard to figure. Here's Larry Merchant.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Eric.